Charleville-Mézières, it's small town. Why you have chosen or accept to play in Cabaret Vert?
In this festival?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it came as part of our booking agent, you know, asked us if we wanted to play, and it just, we said, sure, why not? I mean, we like, you know, the tour we set up was supposed to be mostly for festivals, but it turns out that we had to mix it in festivals and club shows, which is fine because we do club shows all the time. I think with the routing, you know, we were doing a lot of shows in France, and it just made sense to do it. And I know it's not like typically like a heavy music kind of festival, but we were always open to do something different because I always feel like we can reach some other kind of people. We always did stuff that was different. You know, I think we're gonna be able to represent ourselves even in a place like this. You know.
Okay.
88-2010, une longue route dans le monde du hardcore. Vous vous lassez pas du hardcore, c'est toujours le même vibe.
88 to 210, it's a long way to the hardcore music.
Yeah.
Do you think that it's the music which adapt to you, or you adapt to this music?
Good question.
Which evolves?
Both. Both. I think it's a little bit of both. Yeah. You know, I got into it as a young kid. You know, through my older brother, and you know.
It's a family history.
It's a family kind of thing. Yeah, I got into it. My oldest brother, Roger from Agnostic Front, he got me into it, and then you know, I pretty much had a choice. Do I like this lifestyle, or do I like this kind of music, or do I? It's not my thing, and I loved it. So I took it in, and I learned a lot of things being involved in the hardcore music and the scene and the movement and the whole culture. But I think we also, as we got older, we also gave something back.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of, it gave me a lot of things, and I gave some stuff in return now that we're established band and stuff like that.
Yeah. And if it were another style of music?
Same thing.
Same.
I think, you know, music's like, you know, not to disrespect any other kind of music, but there's certain music that is more than just a sound. There's like a culture that goes with it, and there's like a lifestyle that goes with it. I think there's few genres that are like that. So I would say that applies to anything really. If it's something that's got like a lot of substance, you know.
You said that with the release of the new album Empire, you began to stop being kids and try to have the control over everything, and you begin to have control over everything. Can you explain a little bit that concept?
Well, we stopped being kids a long time ago. We're not spring chickens, as they say, but you know, we're not old men either. You know, for me, it's like, I mean, we definitely took control of our situation. You know, not only musically, but like business-wise and everything.
Logistically.
Yeah, everything. And you know, it's more on that. You know what I mean? It's like we're in a position of influence now, in a position of you know, to set a certain example, at least within, you know, our circle of friends, bands, etc. You know, so yeah, I mean, you know, that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, we're in a good place as a band, and we hope to continue to build on that. You know what I mean, and build our empire. You know what I mean, that we have, that we've worked hard for, because we learned a lot of things the hard way growing up. You know.
And is it a way to reach the status that Agnostic Front has as an icon status of hardcore?
You know, I don't really try to, like, I don't think about being an icon, you know what I mean?
I just think you've become now.
But we've become, and I'm flattered, and I feel honored that we become in a position of, you know, we're more, you know, more notoriety or, you know, influence, you know, and it's a flattering position to be in, and it's cool, and we just want to represent ourselves and what we do in our band the best way we can. And that's what we continue to do. You know, we have a lot of different endeavors that come from MADBALL. And so that's the empire, you know.
Okay, I see.
And does it mean that since 202 with Myths and Arouse, can we say that you found a stability?
I think so, yes. Yeah. More than ever. More than ever, yeah. More than ever before. You know, we obviously we've grown up as people, you know, we've gotten older and we've had a lot more experiences in life in general, and that always helps. But yeah, I think when we came back, you know, like when you said 2002 or whatever, you know, we definitely came back more focused, more mature, not only as people but as a band. And yeah, we're definitely more stable than we've ever been, you know, across the board. As a band, as people, as businessmen, as everything, whatever you want to say, you know.
Okay.
You've chosen a new producer to make this album, which is a producer known for the death metal productions. And do you think that we change the sound of MADBALL in this album and the way you see things?
Here's the shocking thing. It sounds more hardcore.
Really?
Yeah. People probably think it would sound bigger and like more metal. It's big, of course, because the production nowadays, it has to be comparable to other heavy things, you know. So it's big, but it actually, this album has a little bit more a raw element, and a little bit taking it back a little more gritty. Okay. And so I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised, and especially because Eric was, you know, the producer on it. I think they're going to expect one thing, but actually they're going to get something else, because Eric is actually a big fan of hardcore music. Okay. And I talked to him on the phone before we decided to get him as a producer. Yeah. And I wanted to make sure that he knew who MADBALL was, you know what I mean? I was a little skeptical, because if you don't know about hardcore, about MADBALL or anything, then you might not do a good job on my record, you know, just because you don't get it. Yeah. But I talked to him, he actually was, I met him before, and he's actually a big fan of hardcore and everything, so he did a great job. Great job.
J'aimerais savoir les thèmes développés par MADBALL, les prochains thèmes, ce serait quoi?
Can you tell us about the lyrics and the next lyrics?
The next lyrics on the new album?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah, I'm addressing a lot of things, you know. You know, again, it's stories. You know, we always tell stories of our lives. You know, we talk about real stuff. We always have. Some stories are positive. Some stories are negative. Some stories are about empowerment. Some are, you know, sad. You know, but it's, you know, we can only be, you know, ourselves. You know what I mean? We're real guys. You know, we don't really make up. We've never really written fantasy type of topics. So it's more along the lines of what we've always done. But obviously, with every, you know, every album is a different chapter, a new book. So you have to talk about something new. So there's new topics to be discussed, and you know, I'm addressing stuff about. You know, all kinds of stuff. You gotta read the lyrics when you get it, and I think people are gonna enjoy it. You know, it's aggressive, but it's real, and it's what people, I think, would want to hear from us.
You've known 3 decades of hardcore.
Huh?
3 decades of hardcore,
3
almost.
Almost.
Yeah. What do you think about hardcore evolution over the years in general?
I'm happy with where it's at. You know. Really, you know, with respect to, you know, the music scene in general, it's fairly young in comparison to some other genres. You know, I think it's evolving. I mean, look, you know, it's become worldwide. You know, we travel, you know, to Europe multiple times a year. We go to South America. We go to Japan. So just the fact that when I got into hardcore, honestly, it was like New York and like few cities, and it was very small, you know. So for it to be where it is now,
It's positive.
it's positive, and for us to be representing it is beautiful.
And to come back to what you said before, you said you are glad to be, happy to be an icon. And I've got
I don't know about my icon, but
a question.
thank you.
A question. It's not my question. It's CBY, a young local band, and they asked me to tell you.
Yeah.
They are so happy to be in the same playground.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And what do you think of them?
What band is it? What band is it?
CBY. It's a local band.
I can't say that I know them.
Oh,
really, so,
they
yeah.
will be happy.
Yeah. No, but hey, you know what?
You are their idol. You are
Yeah.
their idol.
My respects
So-
to them. My respects to them. And I'm not. I don't think I'm an icon, by the way. I'm too young to be an icon. But but my respects to them. I mean, anyone that to me, it's flattering. You know, it means a lot to me when anybody gives us that kind of respect. You know, but I wish them the best with everything. You know?
Okay.
MADBALL, do you think it's a reference for the young band?
The band, our band name is.
It's difficult for you to accept you are an idol,
No.
for the young band.
Sometimes it is, because when I think of icons, I think of like.
That means you can't mistakes.
Yeah, I think of like older guys that are either passed away or some are still around, but they're like, I think of icon. That word icon, iconic figure is like, to me, I don't know. I don't think of us like that. But I mean, I guess in our world we're looked as like, we have a special place in our world. But I don't think of myself as an icon. But I do appreciate that we have influenced some people, and I acknowledge that now. And
it's very proud.
Yeah. I feel very good about it. Yeah, very, very honored.
Yeah.
Very honored.
I've got a question. Red threads. It's a question we ask all the bands.
Yeah.
What do you think about vinyls we found in supermarkets? The vinyls.
The vinyls. Yeah.
What do you think? Do you agree or not?
Actual vinyls, yeah.
Yeah.
The record,
yeah.
the record player.
Record player.
Yeah, I like it.
I like it.
Yeah, I think it's cool. That's how I listened to music when I was a little kid. I get the vinyl, I put on the vinyl like this.
And the last album you download?
Say again?
The last album,
Yeah.
the last music
Yeah.
you listen to or download?
Today?
Yeah.
Yesterday? I was
Yesterday
listening to Queen and also Duran Duran. And also a bunch of other stuff. We sit in the van and we sit in the bus and we listen to everything but heavy music.
Yeah.
Because we play heavy music and we exhaust ourselves, Once we get in the bus, we don't want to hear heavy stuff. We want to hear, maybe some days we want to hear rock, maybe some days 80s, maybe some days hip hop. But we really don't, at least me personally, I don't listen to heavy stuff, especially when I'm on tour. Because it's like, you need room to chill out.
It's so fun like that.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.